Assalamu alaikum everyone. Now the task is on port security. I'm told to implement two VLANs on each side of on two switches, namely admin and student in the first switch, then student and teacher in the second switch. The VLAN IP addresses are given as followed. I need to use router on stick or level 3 switch, whichever I prefer, to support inter-VLAN communication. Then to configure port security on the switches. Of the 4 ports, 2 from each switches, then we'll go like this. Now first, let's make the inter-VLAN communication possible. I've made the structure. I think I'll give this student admin for this one, student for this one, this student 1, student 2, and let's name it teacher. Okay, now I need to configure my switches first for creating the VLAN. VLAN 10, name student, 20, now the VLANs, I have named the VLANs here. Now I need to configure the VLANs. New switch. Let's look at the text. Now for the switch first is 0/1, it will be VLAN 10, and for 0/2, it will be VLAN 20. So 0/1, switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 10. Mode access, switch port access VLAN 10, no shut, exit. Now for first is 0/2, switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 20, no shut, exit. Now switch 1 is configured, switch 0 is configured. Now for switch 1, now no shut, exit. So I have assigned VLAN 10 to this this interface and VLAN 20 to this interface. Now I need to make this trunk, make this link trunk. I will make this link trunk from this switch. INT /4 switch port mode, switch port trunk allowed VLAN all. Also need to make this interface, which is first Ethernet 0/3, also trunk. TFA 0/3 port mode trunk, port trunk, okay, now I have made my this VLAN trunk. Sorry, this interface trunk and this interface trunk, and to configure the router now. For configuring the router, the text is like I need to encapsulate .1q, then give the IP address for that VLAN, and give the IP address for another VLAN, then I'm done. Let's get started. I'm accessing gigabit 0/0. Um, to go with no shut, let's do no shut first. NTG 0.10 and then 0/0/10 and then encapsulation dot 1K 10 IP address. Now let's look at the manual for IP address. It is said that 192.168.x plus 1.0 and x plus 7 for VLAN 20, so I guess this is for VLAN 10. So it should be 192.168. I'm ID 45, so it should be 46 for me. Dot 1 55 to 55. Let's just give it the default subnet mask, and I can say unshut maybe. Then I can say process 0.20 into select dot into 20 the address 92.168.45 plus 7. It should be 52, I guess. 1. Why I'm giving 1 instead of 0? Because it will be my default gateway, that's why. Okay, I'm done configuring the router. Now I guess my router on stick works perfectly. Let's just configure the ports here. The default gateway for this is 192.168.46.1. For student 2, the default gateway is same as it belongs to the same VLAN. 20. Done. Now for PC 1, which belongs to the admin, we use 52.1. Default subnet mask. Hopefully my intervalent communication will work. It should fail. It should work. Yeah. Intervalent communication is working. Now I need to do what is the main task, which is port security. I have to make one port protect, two ports restrict, and one port as shutdown. Okay. Describe one of the current PCs and use a rogue PC to communicate with other PCs. Keep doing this until the count for restrict is Z. So the Z is the last digit of my student ID, which is 5. Okay, so let's look at the manual first. What does port security means? Protect means that the traffic from the rogue PC will be discarded. No log message will be sent. No violation counter will be increased. But what is violation counter? The violation counter is that whenever a rogue PC is trying to communicate or send a packet, the violation counter is increased. And the shutdown means the port will be disabled, so no communication will happen. So protect just discard the traffic. This means the protect will just discard the packets sent from the rogue PC and don't shut down the port. Restrict will do is it will discard. It will also send a log message, and it will encounter the increase the violation counter. Then it won't shut down. The log message will be sent after the violation counter is reaching a certain point, I guess. Then for shutdown, the offending traffic is discarded. Then system message is sent, violation counter is increased, and the port is shut down. Okay, let's get started of theory. Uh, I think I'll make this in this port protect this one restrict, this one shut down, this one restrict. Or I can just make these two restrict, and this one protect and shut down. Let's do this. It will be much easier. I have to make this port first Ethernet 0/1 and 0/2 of switch 0 restrict and protect this one and shut down this one. So back to manual. Let's look at the commands. Okay, now let's move on to the port security. I need to make this one restrict, make this one restrict, this one protect, this one shut down. Let's do this. Conf t range fa0/122. Now I need to do what? Let's just go to this one. Switch port, port security, switch port security, maximum one. So that maximum one device can attach to each of the port. Okay. Now switch port security, MAC address sticky. Now switch port security, violation restrict. As I'm configuring for these two these switches, this switch and first Ethernet 0/1 and 0/2 both will be restricted. So I've selected both of them in a range. Now this done. I can go and see my configuration here. Show port security. You can see for first Ethernet 0/1 the maximum secure address is 1, current address is 0, now security violation is 0, restrict 0. Okay, now let's do it for switch 1, which is this one. Same command I'm going to write. So I need to first, but there's a catch. I need to make this one protect and make this one shut down. So we have to do it separately. Switch port security maximum 1, switch port security MAC address sticky. Okay, and now the final thing is that I have to mention the violation type. Switch port security violation protect. I can get out of this interface and go to the second one. Now the port security has been added. Now I can try using any rogue PC. Now these PCs are registered. I can send a message from this one to this one, this one to this one, this one to this one. Okay, everything is successful. This one to this one should, yeah. Now I will bring another PC in the game. Let's give this guy an IP address. Let's look at the IP configuration. This should be default gateway. Fake desktop IP configuration. Default gateway is 1. And let's give it 30, 25. Now I'm going to take this to this one. Now let's just try communicating from this PC and it should fail. Let's let it load. Let's let it load. It shouldn't load, so it should fail. 1 2 3 4 5. Let's check. So port security, see the violation count is 4. Now let's do it once more time. Now let's give this one again. The violation count is 5, which is Z. I've completed the task. Let's bring this back to this PC again. Let's try from this PC to this. Failed the first time. Okay, now we're done here. The first Ethernet is loading. Let's wait for that to load. Then it will be successful. It might take some time, so don't be hopeless. Let's try this now. Should be successful. Yeah. Okay, we're done.